never have enough of that.
South Point is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety. The citizens of South Point are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alonthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
Brackenleaf Spryers built this shrine, as tribute to the animals of Grotwood. We're hunters who seek balance in all things. Most of us are wood elves native to Grotwood, but any who wish to learn the ways of the forest can undertake our trials and join our ranks, assuming they survive. Within Brackenleaf's forest, just outside of Haven, bordered by the long coast, our leader's name is Glarus. If you choose to seek her out, do yourself a favor. Be respectful, and she'll do the same for you.
Looking for any work not related to carnivals. Let me know if you have any leads.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly. I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament. I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories? You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Elden Root. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect. Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up. Ask what you will. I don't care to speculate. I can only act upon what I know. It's apparent that the townsfolk have caused harm to themselves and others within South Point. Yes, it seems they've all gone mad. But until I know for certain, all I can do is hope to contain it. Strange reports arrived in Elden Root a week ago. Little things, people acting oddly. But when a South Point guard delivered his own severed tongue to the Altmer embassy, someone noticed. If we weren't spread so thin, we'd have been here earlier. General Endari pulled her entire company from the Haven and left for parts unknown. In her absence, we filled the gaps. I tried to commandeer forces from the Grey Mire, but the Thalmor Inner Council considers Argonian refugees a greater threat, in their wisdom. Centuries ago, it was an Imperial stronghold, but now it's known as a sleepy coastal town with a big cathedral. You'll find mostly Colovians who've been here for generations, and a handful of wood elves who don't pay much heed to the Green Pact.
Did someone...
The whole town went crazy. It's just inconceivable, impossible, unbearable. If this is just how things are here, I need to offload my wares so I can go set up shop elsewhere.
Quality wares.
It's at times like these when my commitments as a priest are truly tested. I will support my community and continue prayers until South Point is restored to its previous glory.
Well, I suppose I can't go back to town now, can I? Just make myself comfortable here for a while. This sort of thing usually sorts itself out, doesn't it?
Did Captain Alonthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one? Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through South Point like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power. No, it's... Wait, yes, that's it exactly. The Daedric Prince of Madness himself, here in South Point. It's all rather exciting, isn't it? I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. Was I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going. Of course, you need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing, I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you? Yes, what of it? Actually, I'm needed in South Point. Unless the Queen prefers it left to the whims of a Daedric prince, she can wait. Streets are dangerous. We should check the homes, be neighborly. See if those inside know where the scouts are. No scout. And I do hope that smell came out of an animal.
South Point was such a grimy place. The new mayor is really cleaning things up, don't you agree? Killing? Oh, do you mean the cleaning brigades? Don't you worry about them. They're simply doing what they must to make South Point sparkle. Oh no, I can't leave my home until it's entirely clean. Besides, the mayor said none of us can leave, and we all know what happens when we don't listen to the mayor. You're trussed up or you're thrown in the catacombs. Either way, you deserve it for disobeying the mayor. He's a just man, a righteous man. We should heed his words, every one of them. Dominion? South Point is no longer part of the Dominion. The mayor decreed it. If Dominion scouts marched their muddy boots onto our streets, we'd truss them all up.
Jealous of my life!
No scouts here, just my neighbor. Although this is certainly an interesting arrangement.
The fire warms us when we're cold, but burns us when we're close. No matter how much you feed it, its hunger never ends. The fire is sublime. I am blind to all but the fire. It consumed my eyes and my thoughts, for I was jealous of its power. I wanted it for myself. But it forgives as it consumes, and soon it will forgive me.
You've always been jealous of my light. I won't let you take it.
I do apologize, but I can't speak right now. I must prepare the beds for their arrival. The 8 divines, of course. I won't be caught with unmade beds.
It's not time yet. The mayor said you can't eat me until dinner. Praise Archay. This entire town has gone mad. We should have informed Captain Elonthor immediately, but I insisted we press on. If we'd fallen back, maybe my scouts would still be themselves. The mad people brought us to their mayor. I don't know how he did it, but he turned my scouts into bears. Bears! I thought he'd do the same to me, but he changed his mind. Said the town folk should have me for dinner. He locked himself in that big cathedral, saw the doors flare up briefly, glowing as bright as the sky, and then it faded. Magic keeps them shut, I'm sure of it. I've had enough of this place. Please untie me. I need to warn Captain Elonthor. I'm getting out of here. I recommend you do the same.
This mayor seems a charming fellow. We should decide what must be done about him. Soldiers turned into bears, people setting themselves on fire, and now a mad mayor locked in a cathedral. I know I should be horrified, but it all sounds so exciting. Oh, I suppose I can reverse the effects of the mayor's magic. After many, many years of honing my craft, this should be a simple matter. But if we're hunting bears, I'll need you to be the bait. I'm an old woman, and such magic requires precision. Wrestling with bears impedes precision. Slap them about their faces, throw sticks at them, call them harsh names, however you must. Keep their attention while I do the complex part. I have an old scroll tucked away in my basement laboratory. If we have it in hand, it won't matter how tightly he's locked that cathedral door. But first, we should rid South Point of its bear problem. Shall we? Keep that bear away from me. Smash it in the head. Keep it away from me.
Thank you. I can leave this nightmare.
That's the one who made us fight!
The town is broken. Flee while you can.
My house isn't far from here. We'll slip into my basement laboratory, grab the scroll, and use it to unlock the cathedral.
Get out of my head!
We won't make it inside my laboratory unless we stop the lightning. We need to get to the highest point in town. That's probably where the storm is being conjured.
Have some lightning! You want more lightning? I have plenty to go around! You get the lightning! Now you get the lightning! What are you doing here? I don't know you. So what if I am? They called me an angry drunk, said I'd never amount to anything. But now I have the lightning, and I'll give it to anyone who makes me mad. Shut your mouth and walk away, or you'll get the lightning, just like all the others. I don't need to listen to this. I'll show you, like I did them. Nobody pushes Rufinus around!
Didn't think you had it in you, but the storm's clearing. We should head to my laboratory. Yes, it's on my desk. Yes, over there. Do you see it? Let's head to the cathedral. We're the last people the mayor will expect. You have the scroll. Now we can enter the cathedral and give the mayor a bigger shock than the man in the tower.
Bringing a book for travelers is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
First!
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting. That's why I use a bank.
Is that the mayor? Wait! I recognize him. Let me see if I can talk some sense into him.
Who's there? How did you get in? Go. I want to be alone.
Don't you recognize me, Mayor Olis?
Dareneth. Thank the Divines. Sheogorath did this, all of it. He used me.
And how exactly did he use you?
He promised me power, the respect I deserve. But then he cursed my tongue with madness and let me make a mess of this town.
You're so pitiful, even for a mortal.
What?
You heard me! Oh, I've always wanted to meet a person within a person. Tell me, what's it like?
I'm so sorry, Sheogorath. I thought you'd abandoned me.
Owlie, I left you a tongue that drives people mad. But I suppose if you don't want my gift, I can take it from your mouth and give it to my new favorite mortal friend.
No. Think of all I've built here. The wonderful screams I've created, all in your name. Doesn't that make me your favorite?
Oh, very well. Sorry, my second favorite mortal friend. We had a good run, but it's time for your curtain call.
Good. You're finally coming out of it. We should reintroduce ourselves. I don't remember how I came to be here in the cell. When I woke, you were just standing there, foaming at the mouth. Count yourself lucky that Sheogorath had no desire to treat you like a puppet, unlike myself. I was in Eldenroot when I heard some of the strange rumors coming from South Point. When I returned here, I recognized the signs. But when I arrived at my laboratory, Sheogorath was already there, dancing. Then I was dancing. After that, it all went dark. I saw and heard everything we did, but I couldn't affect a thing. It was a waking nightmare. My own mind, a prison. I expected him to kill us both, but we're here, aren't we? Best not to think of it. Applying logic to the mad god is unwise. Mayor Olis happened. He's always blamed others for his own shortcomings, but I never realized he'd been touched by Sheogorath. The only way the madness will end is with his death. He has the power to remake South Point in his image, to the mad god's delight. Where Mayor Arliss goes, Sheogorath won't be far behind. I see no other way. Unless you convince Sheogorath to take him back to Oblivion, but arguing with the Mad God is folly. I don't see how. Those bars are thicker than sword blades. We aren't going anywhere. It seems Sheogorath made a few changes to these catacombs. There were never any prison cells below the cathedral. I already tried. It seems Mayor Orlis found my magic somehow. I'd say it's maddening, but less so than having a Daedric prince steer you around like a carriage. When they come for us, we can try to fight our way out. If they come for us.
Such despair! Woo-hoo! Richer than a cheese sorbet! Well, if it isn't me old friend Hunts for Bucks. Now, don't look so glum, or the skeevers'll notice. Then, well, they hit you up for spare gold, a few shin bones, your best pair of cheese-filled slippers. Insufferable beasts. They can't hold a conversation. Mayor Owlus is a curd in the soup. A real fly in the way, don't you say? Made a mess of me gift. The kind from the wrong end of a dog. I tried to encourage him. Even brought him a hero to destroy. But he couldn't go through with it. Can you imagine? I led you right here to make it all boring again. And what did he do to stop you? Nothing. There I stood, in my best old lady suit, and he said it was all my fault. He just needs motivation. What better than an escaped prisoner seeking vengeance? Could you kill someone you love? I can't. Well, I have. But not Mayor Orlis. It would be too pedestrian. No. I want you to try killing him. I want him to reach deep down, below all the marmalade and crushing failures defining his life, to find a seed of confidence and grow it into a tree of gumption he'll use to beat your brains to paste. But if not, any brain paste will do. Even his. Deal. Oh, and one more thing. Dareneth stays behind. If you bore me too much, I turn her into a goose, roast her, and feed her to you covered in fine Adar glaze. The goose, I mean. It's a mite bit chilly for my Adar pants. And make it entertaining, would you? After spending so much time in this town, I finally know where the Colovians keep their fur hats.
This is your chance to fix this mess. Go, deal with the mayor. If South Point bores him, Sheogorath will leave. I'll be fine. There's still a chance to stop this. And after all Mayor Orlis has done, you shouldn't feel the need to hold back.
All ready aboard! Here, I brought you some presents. The shiny ones are always the best, wouldn't you say?
Never used to fight this much. Until I met you.
It knows what we've done.
My boredom washed it away. Really got in the cracks there. Oh, you can't seem to catch a break, can you? Chin up, just like the bridge. Adversity is the brother-in-law of propensity, as they say. Well, a proper hero needs obstacle, struggle, repeated attempts at bodily harm. You're going to play the proper hero so Owlie can shine. Or our deal is off. And if it's off, so is Dareneth's head. To Skyrim, in a field, with berries glowing from her eyes!
I need healing!
Good swagger! This just isn't your day. But your Uncle Sheogorath can make it better. I can never decide between choice and free will. Which will triumph in the end? But why not settle the matter for me? Or you could yank a lever, but that's hardly fun for either of us. I just told you! Choice and free will are subjects I hold quite dear. So, you could fight a very good friend of mine, or you could pull another lever. Your choice. Oh, all right, but do it with gusto. Remember, with gusto.
Was and will be.
Not much gusto, but a smidge of verve, 3 jots brio, the essentials for a moxie fondue. Fondue. What was I saying?
What do you mean, coming to kill me?
It's a gift, a chance to shine, to prove you have some backbone that won't snap at the lightest touch. Really, Howdy, I'm quite fond of you. Ooh, fondue. What was I saying?
That you're fond of me. That you don't want to watch me die.
Watch you die horribly, all alone, and laughing my head off when it happens. Oh, that doesn't sound like me, does it? But I'm sure you can work the matter out for yourself.
Please, don't do this. Maybe we can work something out. It's not fair. I never wanted this, any of this. Now I'm to die for it. But you're reasonable, aren't you? We can talk about this. Work something out. You do have a choice. Not like me. Sheogorath listened to me. Said he would take me down a golden path. Nobody in South Point ever respected me or gave me a chance to prove who I could truly be. What choice did I have but to make them all see who I really am? My family ruled South Point for generations, but after we lost everything, where was my birthright then? They wouldn't bow to me as they should, so now I've made them bow. It's the burden a true leader must bear. I shouldn't have to die for it. Wait, that's it. I'll go away with him, if he'll have me. Just let me try to convince him. Besides, there's not much of South Point left. It's a bit used up, don't you think? Sheogorath, I've been thinking. South Point can't truly appreciate your gift. But if you brought me to the Shivering Isles, I'd fit right in.
You want to go where you like all the others? Where you can be a shank of bacon in a house built of bacon shanks?
No, I mean, think of how I could use your gift in a place that truly understood me.
Well, I suppose you'll make a fine addition to the garden. Very well. The killing's off. I couldn't bring you to my home with more holes in you than when we first met. Just not proper.
Thank you, Sheogorath. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see my new home.
I'll send you ahead. I need a moment to speak with my second favorite mortal. Don't mind the grummites. They always smell that way. Choice wins again. Really tugs at the heartstrings. Careful with those. Yank too hard and the blood goes everywhere but up. I really do admire this town. Shame I can't take it with me. Oh, but can't I? I know just where to put it. We did we? Huh. Well, I suppose you're right. Owlie and I can always visit. Perhaps during hurricane season. That'd be delightful. Don't be a stranger.
Thanks for saving my hide. They were trying to find a big enough pot to boil me.
The scouts you rescued brought reinforcements from Elden Root. We subdued the townsfolk for their own protection. Tell me, what happened in the cathedral? What? I thought Dareneth was mad. A Daedric prince in Gratwood? Is he in the cathedral? We should clear the town. You? Well, thank the 8 divines. Where is this Mayor Owlus all the crazed citizens mentioned? I'd like a word with him. I would have preferred a public execution. After what he did to this town, I hope he finds a slow death in the Shivering Isles. We'll escort them to Eldenroot. Hopefully the Mages Guild can look into their madness. As for South Point, we'll remain here to help rebuild. After this, what else can we do?
It seems Sheogorath held up his end of the deal. I felt his absence, I should likely say. I was able to open a portal here without any difficulty. I tried to tell Captain Elonthor what happened, but he wouldn't listen. In his youth, I took him as an apprentice. He was lazy, a bit reckless, and nearly set my laboratory afire on 3 occasions. His childhood was quite difficult, but that's no excuse for his actions. Long ago, his bloodline ruled South Point. He was a child who thought the town would one day be his, but his parents died in a fire when he was young, and he lost everything. I thought by taking him on as a pupil, I could teach him humility. I was wrong. Yes, very soon, once I pour through the wreckage of my home and see what wasn't lost, perhaps I'll see you there?
I heard the mayor stepped down from office. Who's going to keep the streets clean now?
I don't suppose we have anything to cook. Write home about this.
What are you doing to my clothes? Find anything interesting rooting around in my clothing? You'd best leave. He could be the Green Lady's personal bard and I still wouldn't know him. The truth is, I keep myself to myself. I have certain tastes my people frown upon. None of your business. And before you get any ideas, you should know this garden is for aesthetic purposes only. Now please leave. Now join the audience.
I didn't kill them to run away. Well, now I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see you again. Any news? What? Is it my Saurian? Is he all right? It was inevitable. The only person he really loved was himself. It was only a matter of time before one of his true loves objected. I will miss him dearly. I did love him in spite of everything, but I could not change him. Thank you. He promised me again and again, and fool that I am, I believed him again and again. I will never meet another like him. Perhaps it is better that way.
These shrines are sacred. Please show some respect.
Oh, a Dominion sub. My friend Feralian has gone missing, and I'm worried he got himself into trouble inside the cave to the north. It's my fault. I was going on and on about a silk dress I saw on a high elf in Elden route the other day. Feralian swore he'd get me the dress. I didn't think he'd venture into a cave full of spiders to do it. I think Feralian hoped to gather their silk to make the dress. Foolish elf. There are stories about a spider the size of a bear and twice as fierce that makes its home there. Oh gods, if something happened to him. Please, look for Feralian in the cave to the north, but be careful. I couldn't bear it if something happened to you too. Aye, the fearful matriarch of the Spider Den. They say she's 1,000 years old. Call her the Spider Queen. It makes my skin crawl just thinking about it.
If you're looking to join the Briars, you should speak with Glaris. Just head up to the top of the tree. You'll find her there.
I've been supplying the Briars for some time now, but I would be more than happy to take your coin as well.
You should speak with Glaris if you wish to join the Briars. Otherwise, I have nothing to say to you.
Who are you? What do you seek? It's Gerwe Ruin's duty to send those who measure up to our standards. She doesn't take her task lightly. Know that this is Brackenleaf's forest and we are his Briars. If you want to join us, you'll need to pay your respects. Brackenleaf is one of the first trees of Grotwood planted by Ephrae herself. Brackenleaf's Briars are sworn to protect Brackenleaf from an enemy called the Outsider and accept all who want to follow the path of the Hunter. Curious one, aren't you? That's knowledge for Brackenleaf's Briars and us alone. Now, if you're interested in joining, not everyone's cut out to be one of Brackenleaf's Briars. We've dedicated our lives to studying the relationship of predator and prey, to becoming skilled hunters, and above all, to defending Brackenleaf. Many who undertake our trials do not survive. The first test of the Briars is to listen. Each of the masters has a lesson to teach about the hunt. These are the rules the Briars live by. To live off the flesh, to bring no harm to nature, and to protect Brackenleaf with our lives. One step at a time. Visit the 3 shrines, Snake, Wolf, and Tiger. Light the brazier at each shrine and listen to the masters. Then, if you still want to be a Briar, return to me and I'll explain the next trial. Joining Brackenleaf's Briars is nothing to take lightly. Many have died attempting the trials, and there is always the threat of the Outsider. What would you like to know? Old songs speak of days when Ephrae walked among the trees of Valenwood. She planted the seed that would become Elden Root, but what most don't know is that she planted many more. Brackenleaf was one of those seeds. The first Briar was a skilled hunter called Thaldil. She single-handedly protected Brackenleaf from being destroyed by Colovians during the Imperial occupation of Grotwood. She followed the guidance of Brackenleaf and established the Briars. We are protectors of Brackenleaf, and through him, servants of Ephrae, who created him. To involve ourselves in politics would only corrupt our mission. That said, we have no quarrel with Queen Irene or the Dominion. Brackenleaf's Briars are any who can prove themselves worthy by passing the trials. The trials do not distinguish between the races of Tamriel, and neither do we. You already know the Outsider is our greatest threat. Beyond this, some secrets are meant for those who pass the trials and join our number.
I am the snake. I hide in the tall grass and close on my prey with lightning speed. I'm cunning, agile, and fierce. Watch. My prey does not see me coming until it's too late. Deceive and strike. The way of the snake is dark and calculated. Remember this.
I am the tiger. I use brute force to destroy my prey. I am strong, proud, and fearless. I stand toe-to-toe with my prey and deliver a ferocious killing blow. Use superior strength to overcome your prey. The way of the tiger is to dominate. Remember this.
I am the wolf. I howl, and the rest of the pack responds. Sharp-toothed and hungry, we hunt together. Working together, we take down the toughest foe. Hunt as a pack. The way of the wolf is to move in numbers. Remember this.
So, you've heard the masters speak. Snake, tiger, wolf. These are the spirits of the hunt. Each Briar embraces the qualities of one of these spirits. Are you still interested in joining the Briars? The next trial will not be so simple. It will require you to commit your whole self, mind, and body. Venture to the frog cave near the seashore. A rare breed of red frog, the Falinesti peeper, lives among the reeds. Capture one and eat it. Yes, and it must be consumed alive. The frog will allow you to see the forest like you never have before. Once your journey begins, the spirits of the forest will guide you. Don't be alarmed if the world around you seems to change. It's a property of the Falinesti peeper to reveal the true nature of the forest. But be careful. The true nature of the forest can be deadly.
My cousin was studying with Tellinger at Esduin. Thank you for all you did there.
Speak to me, friend. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. I'm a friend. The disorientation you're feeling is natural. It will pass. It's been a while since Glaris sent anyone here. She's been more cautious since the boy Erengor nearly died. Glaris and so many before her. This place was still young when I was cut from the branches of Brackenleaf and given life. How are you feeling? Are you ready to proceed? It's time for you to speak to Brackenleaf. Only he can judge whether you are worthy to serve him as one of his briars. Find him in the center of this grove. If he wills it, we will meet again.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
What? You'll have to speak up. My hearing isn't what it used to be. And it was never very good to begin with. No ears, you see. Oh, the briars, you say? The briars carry my heart within them. They protect it with their very lives. It's a lot to give to protect a tree, especially one as old as me. Tell me, why do you want to join my briars? Good, good. I think you will find this forest is full of new things to discover. Never ate a frog and found yourself talking to a tree before, did you? Of course, not all the things you will discover here are safe. Are you prepared? Very good. I trust Glaris has told you about the spirits of the hunt. First, you must decide which fits you best. The snake's dark purpose, the tiger's grim determination, or the kinship of the wolf. Relentless and strong, the tiger stalks its prey without flagging and overpowers it without hesitation when the moment is right. The tiger's prey is the snake. To be like the tiger, you must hunt its prey.